It is a silent epidemic that happens every single night behind closed doors. Imagine the scene. It is 2 a.m. The house is quiet. Your family is asleep. But you are awake. Not because you have insomnia, and not because you are worried about work. You are awake because your body is screaming at you. A relentless, uncomfortable pressure in your lower abdomen is forcing you out of your warm bed and into the cold bathroom. You stand there, exhausted, waiting for relief. But when it comes, it is weak, it is hesitant, it is incomplete. You return to bed, hoping to salvage the rest of your night. You toss and turn, finally drifting off, only to be woken up again at 4:30 a.m. by the same urgent demand. This is the reality for millions of men over the age of 50. In the medical world, we call this nocturia. In the real world, it is a thief. It steals your energy, it steals your mood, and it steals your health. Sleep fragmentation is linked to heart disease, cognitive decline, and weakened immunity. By destroying your sleep, your prostate is essentially aging you faster. The root cause? Benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, an enlarged prostate and the chronic inflammation that often accompanies high PSA levels. For decades, the standard advice has been passive. Watch and wait. Or men are told to simply stop drinking water in the evening. This guide challenges that narrative. We argue that dehydration is actually making your problem worse. We propose that the quality of the fluid you put into your body matters more than the quantity. In this extensive guide, we will explore the Prostate Flush Protocol. We will deep dive into the biochemistry of 3 specific liquids that act as medicine for your urinary tract. We will back this up with clinical data, explaining exactly how ingredients like citrate, EGCG, and L-glutathione interact with your cells to reduce swelling, lower PSA, and give you your life back.
Before we dive into the list, a quick but important reminder. I am sharing the latest nutritional research with you, but I am not your doctor. Everyone's body is different. Please do not stop taking any prescribed medication without consulting your healthcare provider. Think of this video as a conversation starter with your doctor, not a replacement for them. All right, now let's get into the science. Why is this happening to me? To defeat the enemy, you must first understand the battlefield. The prostate is a small, walnut-sized gland that sits deep in the male pelvis. Its location is its tragedy. It sits directly below the bladder and wraps around the urethra, the tube that carries urine out of the body, like a donut wraps around a finger. The donut analogy? Imagine your urethra is a flexible garden hose. The prostate is a donut placed around that hose. A healthy prostate. The donut is soft and appropriately sized. The water flows through the hose freely. An enlarged prostate. The donut grows. It becomes the size of a lemon or even a grapefruit. As it grows, it has nowhere to go but inward. It squeezes the garden hose. The result: you have to push harder to get the water out. The bladder muscle thickens and becomes irritable. It starts sending full signals to your brain even when it only holds a small amount of urine. This is why you wake up to pee, only to release a tiny amount. The biochemical triggers. Why does the donut grow? It is not just aging, it is a complex interplay of hormones. Testosterone converts into a more potent hormone called dihydrotestosterone, DHT. DHT acts like a growth signal telling prostate cells to multiply. Inflammation, metabolic syndrome, obesity, and poor diet create systemic inflammation. Your prostate swells just like an infected finger swells. Oxidative stress. Free radicals damage prostate DNA, leading to cellular chaos and potential cancer risks signaled by rising PSA. The protocol we are about to discuss targets these 3 specific triggers using bioactive compounds found in specific beverages. Why stop drinking is bad advice. One of the most common mistakes men make is restricting fluids to an extreme degree. The concentrated urine theory. When you are dehydrated, your kidneys do their job of conserving water. This makes your urine highly concentrated. Visual check. Think of dark yellow or amber-colored urine. Chemical reality. This concentrated urine is laden with salts, toxins, and acids. When this acidic, concentrated fluid sits in your bladder, it acts as an irritant. It inflames the lining of the bladder and the prostatic urethra. An irritated bladder spasms. It contracts. It screams, "Get this out of me." So, by drinking less, you make your urine more irritating, which causes more urgency. It is a vicious cycle. The solution: you need to achieve the Goldilocks zone of hydration. You need urine that is pale yellow and non-irritating. Furthermore, we want to use fluids that carry medicinal properties directly to the site of the problem. We want to bathe the prostate in anti-inflammatory compounds. Warm lemon water. The first step in the protocol begins the moment your feet hit the floor in the morning. The science of citrate, lemon water is often dismissed as a weight loss fad, but for urology, it is a powerhouse. Lemons are one of the richest natural sources of citrate. Why does citrate matter for the prostate? Kidney stone prevention. Men with BPH are at higher risk for bladder and kidney stones because they cannot fully empty their bladders. Stagnant urine crystallizes. Citrate binds to calcium in the urine, preventing it from forming stones. It essentially keeps the pipes clear. pH balancing. While lemons are acidic outside the body, they have an alkalizing effect on the urine metabolism. Reducing the acidity of urine can soothe the burning sensation often associated with prostatitis, inflammation of the prostate. The vitamin C connection. Lemons are packed with ascorbic acid, vitamin C. Mechanism. Vitamin C is a potent antioxidant. It neutralizes free radicals that cause oxidative stress in prostate tissue. Study data. Some epidemiological studies suggest that higher vitamin C intake is associated with a lower risk of developing BPH symptoms. Real-life application. Imagine your urinary tract is a city street. Over the night, trash, metabolic waste, piles up. Warm lemon water is the street sweeper truck. It flushes the kidneys, stimulates the liver, and prepares your bladder for the day. The protocol. When? Immediately upon waking, ideally 20 minutes before breakfast. Recipe: squeeze half a fresh lemon into 12 to 16 ounces, 350 to 500 milliliters of warm water. Why warm? Warm water is easier on the digestive system and encourages peristalsis, helping you clear your bowels. Note: constipation is a major enemy of the prostate because a full bowel pushes against the bladder. Decaffeinated green tea. As we move into the afternoon, we need to address the hormonal and inflammatory drivers of prostate growth. This is where green tea shines. The power of EGCG. Green tea comes from the Camellia sinensis plant. It is rich in a group of antioxidants called catechins. The most powerful of these is epigallocatechin 3-gallet, EGCG. Scientific mechanisms of action. 5-alpha reductase inhibition. This is the holy grail mechanism. Remember DHT, the hormone that makes the prostate grow? To make DHT, the body needs an enzyme called 5-alpha reductase. Pharmaceutical drugs *, medications like finasteride work by blocking this enzyme. Nature's answer *. Research indicates that EGCG also inhibits this enzyme. It naturally lowers the growth signal being sent to your prostate. Apoptosis, cell death. Cancer cells and hyperplastic BPH cells refuse to die. They keep multiplying. EGCG has been shown in laboratory studies to induce apoptosis, effectively telling these rogue cells to commit suicide. Angiogenesis inhibition. Tumors need new blood vessels to grow. EGCG helps stop the formation of these new blood vessels, starving potential tumors. The caffeine trap. Crucial warning: you must be careful. Regular green tea contains caffeine. Caffeine is a diuretic. It forces water out of the body. Caffeine is an irritant. It stimulates the smooth muscle of the bladder, increasing urgency. If you drink caffeinated green tea in the afternoon, you might help your prostate long-term, but you will hurt your sleep tonight. The protocol. When? Mid-morning or early afternoon, for example, 2 p.m. What? High-quality decaffeinated green tea or decaf matcha. Quantity? 1 to 2 cups daily. Pro tip: add a squeeze of lemon to your tea. Studies show that vitamin C helps your body absorb 5x to 10x more catechins. Pomegranate juice. This is the heavy hitter. If lemon water is the cleaner and green tea is the regulator, pomegranate juice is the medicine. The clinical evidence. The PANTUX study. In a landmark phase 2 clinical trial published in Clinical Cancer Research, researchers looked at men who had already been treated for prostate cancer, but whose PSA levels were rising again. The intervention. They gave these men 8 ounces of pomegranate juice daily. The result. The PSA doubling time, how long it takes for the PSA number to double, increased from 15 months to 54 months. Translation. The juice slowed the progression of the disease by nearly 4 times. This is a profound result for a food intervention. The mechanism: pomegranates are rich in L-gitannins. When you digest these, your gut bacteria convert them into a compound called urolithin A. Urolithin A is a powerhouse anti-inflammatory. It circulates in the blood and accumulates in prostate tissue, directly reducing the inflammatory signaling that drives both cancer and BPH. Bonus: the nitric oxide effect pomegranate juice is proven to protect nitric oxide NO in the body. NO is a vasodilator. It relaxes blood vessels. Erectile function: better blood flow means stronger erections. Since BPH and ED often go hand in hand, this is a massive secondary benefit. Pelvic circulation: improved blood flow clears out toxic metabolites from the pelvic floor more efficiently. The protocol: when with your evening meal, dinner. 1. 100% pure pomegranate juice. Not juice cocktail, not blend with apple juice. Sugar: it should be tart. Quantity: 4 to 6 ounces, 120 to 180 milliliters. You do not need a lot, it is potent. Timing is everything. We have identified what to drink. Now we must master when to drink. This is where most men fail. If you drink your pomegranate juice at 9:30 p.m. while watching TV and go to bed at 10 p.m., you have guaranteed a trip to the bathroom at midnight. The physiology of nighttime kidneys. At night, your body releases ADH, antidiuretic hormone, to slow down kidney production so you can sleep. However, as we age, the production of this hormone drops. This means your kidneys are still active at night. If you load them with fluid right before bed, they will process it. The 3-hour cutoff rule. You must treat your hydration like a bell curve. Morning, afternoon. High fluid intake, lemon water, green tea, water. Hydrate your cells. Dinner 6 p.m. This is your last major fluid intake, pomegranate juice. The cutoff. Stop all fluid intake 3 hours before your bedtime. Real life scenario. Bedtime, 10:30 p.m. Fluid cutoff, 7:30 p.m. Between 7:30 p.m. and 10:30 p.m., you are in the drainage phase. Your body processes the fluids you drank earlier. You will likely urinate once or twice during this window. Right before you get into bed at 10:30 p.m., you urinate one last time. The result: your bladder is empty, your cells are hydrated, your prostate is bathed in anti-inflammatory compounds. Your kidneys are not under pressure to process new water. This is the recipe for 6 to 7 hours of uninterrupted sleep. Drinking the right fluids is only 50% of the battle. You must also stop feeding the fire. The toxic fluid list: avoid these. Alcohol. Alcohol acts as a diuretic, makes you pee more, and a depressant that relaxes the muscles of the throat, worsening sleep apnea, but also irritates the bladder neck. It causes pelvic congestion, making the prostate swell. Caffeine. As discussed, caffeine stimulates the bladder. Limit coffee to the morning hours only. Soda. Sugary drinks. High fructose corn syrup spikes insulin. High insulin is a direct growth factor for prostate tissue. It makes the prostate grow faster. Dietary companions. To maximize the effect of the drinks, pair them with lycopene, cooked tomatoes, marinara sauce, tomato paste. Pomegranate plus tomato is a proven synergistic combo for prostate health. Pumpkin seeds, rich in zinc. The prostate uses more zinc than any other organ. Cruciferous vegetables. Broccoli and cauliflower aid in hormonal detoxification. Gentlemen, the health of your prostate is not entirely out of your control. It is not just a function of genetics or bad luck. It is, in large part, a function of the chemical environment you create inside your body. By shifting from a state of inflammation and dehydration to a state of alkalinity and antioxidant protection, you change the trajectory of your health. It requires discipline. It requires swapping that afternoon coffee for decaf green tea. It requires the habit of squeezing a lemon every morning. It requires the willpower to stop drinking water at 7:30 p.m. But the reward? The reward is waking up at 7 a.m., realizing the sun is shining, and that you slept through the entire night for the first time in years. The reward is energy. The reward is knowing you are actively fighting for your longevity. Your action plan: buy lemons, buy decaf green tea, buy 100% pomegranate juice. Set an alarm on your phone for your fluid cutoff time. Start tonight. Your future self will thank you. Frequently asked questions. Frequently asked questions. Can I use lime instead of lemon? A. Yes, limes also contain citrate, though lemons generally have a slightly higher concentration. Both are excellent choices. Is pomegranate supplements pills as good as the juice? A. Supplements can be effective, but the juice allows for better absorption of certain phytonutrients, starting in the mouth and esophagus. However, if you are diabetic and concerned about the natural sugar in the juice, a high-quality extract supplement is a viable alternative. My doctor gave me tamsulosin, Flomax. Can I still do this? Generally, yes. These natural approaches work via different pathways, nutritional, anti-inflammatory, than alpha blockers, which relax muscles. However, always consult your doctor, especially regarding pomegranate juice if you are on blood pressure medication, as it can naturally lower blood pressure. How long until I see results? A. This is not a magic pill. Nutritional therapy takes time. Most men report a reduction in urgency within 2 weeks due to the hydration timing, but structural benefits, PSA reduction, inflammation reduction, typically require 8 to 12 weeks of consistent application. Nourish Today is dedicated to bringing you the most cutting-edge, science-backed nutritional strategies for men's health. If you found this guide helpful, please share it with a friend or family member who needs it.
Thanks for watching. Stay informed, stay calm, subscribe for calm, evidence-based health here on Nourish Today.